This is a South Australian Footballer TV presentation. Adelaide's #1 local football media team. Gold sponsor, South Wales Demons Football Club. Silver sponsors, Australian Gas Networks, the best energy source for your home. Ray White Northeast, Valley View, South Australia. Bronze sponsors, Big Screen Video, MERS, Mediation and Employment Relationship Services. Mackay Business Services. Rewards International. This video was filmed and edited by Payneham.
To escape into what is going to be the biggest game of the year, Payneham versus Tea Tree Gully. This is the third time they've met this year, the third time we've called the game. Thoughts, feelings, emotions about today's game. We'll start with you, Golden Tonsils.
Well, look, it's a Perta-ringer, which is very fitting. With the form line, I think the Gullies would need it to have the home game. So, look, my heart's certainly with the Gullies as a red and black wolf man. But, you know, Payneham have got all their injuries and sorted out now, and they've been playing some pretty good footy. So, I think Payneham to win, but gee whiz, wouldn't surprise if the Gullies came out of the box.
Luke Hosey.
Yeah, I'm neutral. One of you is from Gullies, the other one from Payneham.
So you're what are you?
Neutral.
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 I'm not sure. I think you've got mutual and neutral combined into one dirty word, hasn't he? I'm a neutral. Go on, Luke.
I think Payneham will win. I think Payneham will win by about 4 or 5 goals. I just worry about the height up forward that they've got. They've got Jolly, Langford back. That's a huge get. I think I pointed to that against Port Districts. He was a big get back. And Davis. Obviously, Sandicar will probably get Jolly. I would have thought the only match-up that they can do, they have to get Chrissy Fora back into defence, I would have thought. From centre-half forward, roll him back.
Yeah, look,
probably Nathan Cox back there as well. I don't know if they're going to be big enough to look after those big three.
You've hit the nail on the head. They've met 3 times. The first time at Tea Tree Gully, it was all Tea Tree Gully because, Payneham, no excuses, but they didn't have Jolly, they didn't have Davis. Then when they met at Payneham, you didn't play McKay, you didn't play Spittle. Bit of ducks and drakes going each way. This time both teams are fully loaded. The only noticeable out for each team is Athanasi Agorostis for Payneham and Spittle for Tea Tree Gully. Now, in my pre-match review, I was going to talk about, well, without stating the bleeding obvious, the team that kicks the most goals wins. Each team has 3 potent forward threats for mine. For Tea Tree Gully, it was Spittle, Stent and Melville as the real X factors, and Spittle is out. So let's throw Personos into that triple entente, Bernie. For Payneham now, you've got Langford, Jolly and Davis, 3 big men. It's what the keys are going to be, and not what they do, but what their matchups do. And you've already talked about.
But Stent plays off a wing. I mean, he only kicks 1 or 2 goals. He's not really going to hurt you.
But he drifts forward and he gets them over the back as well. He does a bit of a Jenkins role. For me, I think the battle that could tell the tale today, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bernie, is Pierce Seymour battling up against Trent Melville, the leading association goal kicker, against Paynham's reinvented fullback.
Well, look, I can tell you one thing. The Gullies can get too Melville sensitive. So every time Trent leads for that ball, they tend to raise the eyes and look for him. So Seymour will have to be aware of that. But the Gullies are pretty predictable like that. They've got no other option in that sense of if Trent drops the ball, the smaller midfielders and the smaller forwards will come around him. Yep. But they sort of get a little bit too focused on aiming for Trent every time.
And also something I picked up first game, and it's fairly easy to see. Trent leads to his left every time, and Pierce Seymour is a left-sided player. So, I mean, Pierce Seymour is the ideal matchup because he goes left. It's who Orcello gets. And does Justin Machado play a tagging forward off Orcello to limit his impact on the game? Because he's destroying sides from centre-half back at the moment.
Look, the one that worries me as a Payneham person, and I had a chat with Macca and Rexy, is Peter Personos. For me, a few times when you've been out in games, he's been the one that's been able to ignite you with a couple of goals, and he pushes into the middle. You get real double value out of Pete Personos, and I'm not sure who's going to go to him today. Maybe Mackie Haynes, but it's going to be a huge match-up for the 19-year-old Mac Haynes. Did he win a premiership at Nord, Pete Personos?
I think he was involved with the team that won the premiership. Yep, he was in the squad, mate. Yep.
And speaking from recent experience, if you're involved with the squad, it's your bloody premiership, okay? Shout out to the Payneham D-grade boys on the outer side there who've come off a premiership last week.
The Dirty D's.
The Dirty D's. They'll be loose as a goose by about quarter time, those lads. And what a crowd as well.
Crowd.
Well, if you're doing those shout-outs too, mate, how about the boys behind the northern goals there? You've got
have a look at them.
B's and the C's and the D's all up there having a few beers, so they're going to enjoy a
They had
fantastic
the
day up
fire up there during the week. Not quite as cold today.
there. Thank God.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day, 17 degrees, Pertaringa in pristine condition for a final. It's prelim final today. Everything else that has come before today does not matter. Who gets the chocolates today goes through to the Division 1 Nord Hotel Grand Final in the Adelaide Footy League. This is what it's all about, and for the third year in a row, PNU and Tea Tree Gully play each other in a big final.
So who are some of those ins that you've got there for Payneham coming in this week and the outs that you were saying?
Well, Tyler Brimacombe is a big in, flown in from Darwin. Looks like
He was out with a hammy before that, wasn't
he did his hammy against Tea Tree Gully last time, so you would have seen him last time. I think he'll be on a wing, possibly matched up on Stent if he starts there. Paddy Sanzo is a late in for Athanasi Agorostis, but he's played a bit of A grade throughout the year.
He's got a calf or something, I think, Athanasi, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But special mention to Carlos Piccini for Tea Tree Gully. Tell us a little bit about him making his debut today.
I don't know a lot about him, to be honest, TJ, but he certainly is eligible to play under 18s this year, and he ended up into the B grade and did a fantastic job in the B grade and justified his spot now in the A grade, as the young lad looks like he's going to take a spot on the bench, and why wouldn't you in his first
What
game?
a hell of a day to make your debut on preliminary final day, mate.
Yeah, and how's this? Stent and Brimacombe give each other a handshake on the way past each other, playing on each other on the wing, 15 metres apart. Talk about two footballers backing themselves in. And in the middle for Payneham, we've got Jay Hansen, Giannini, looks like Matthew Brinoli, and I'm not sure who the other one is. They're facing the wrong way. Who we got for Gullies, please?
Dylan Schoenmakers is in the middle with Johnny Birkin. You've got big Blake Penny in the ruck, and A-Mac himself starting off in the middle.
So there's a bit of a change up forward. Melville's playing across centre half forward, and they've got Dow up at full forward.
Only for a minute. First tap, Hansen, one down to Giannini. Giannini fumbles what he should have taken. Now we're going to have a stacks on. We'll see a lot of this pressure early, and umpire says, I'll have it again.
Pierce Seymour has picked up Melville, even though he is playing out at centre half forward at the moment.
And am I not mistaken, Brimacombe is now flown down to full back by the looks of it. So, again, ball up, one down. Get out of the way, umpire. Pushed out, big tackle on McKay. Doesn't roll the shoulder that time. We're looking for one of them early, AMAC. Super footballer, gets the most out of his abilities, two-time medalist and captain of the Tea Tree Gully Football Club. As it's Penny versus Hansen. Hansen with the tap, Giannini roves it, quick hands, quick kick forward. Payneham with the first forward foray. That's right, foray. Umpire finds a free kick. Nobody knows whose it's for. It's back in the middle of the ground to Johnny Giannini from the true centre position.
I think that's a pretty good coaching move from Justin Machota. He's actually, by doing this, by playing Melville down the ground, he's moved
Langford.
He's moved Orcello back to fullback.
He has, Hosey, as Langford takes the ensuing mark from a fly. Bit of a two-grabber, much like the closing scenes of the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final where someone took a mark on the siren and wasn't paid. Congratulations, Adelaide Uni, 2-point premiership winners of Division 1, through the Division 1 Reserves Grand Final. Getting a bit ahead of myself, I think. Langford will line up from 50 to 55 metres out straight in front with the fluorescent green boots on. Tommy Langford gives it a ride, a high up and under. Might not have the carry. Yes, it does. It's straight through the high diddle-diddle. It's first blood to Payneham North Junior. And on the South Whaler Demons Football Club scoreboard, it's Payneham one straight goal. Tea Tree Gully yet to score. And you forgot to start the clock, Luke Hosey.
I did. And we've probably gone about 4 or 5 minutes in, I would have thought. But, did.
Yes, so, and this is what I was talking about, Bernie. It's a bit of a different threat up there on a dry day with Davis, Langford and Jolly, but I remember the first, I think it might have been the first final last year where Davis kicked 4 in the first quarter and Tea Tree Gully ran all over Payneham. Both of these teams are capable of putting on 7-8 goals in a row.
They are. Gully's are going to have to rely on that pace, that's for sure. Blake Penny's winning the ruck, goes down to Dylan Schoenmakers. He gets it to A-Mac. There's a spiralling kick to centre half forward. Tiggerman's holding the pack back there. There's a flick out from Payneham. They're going to move it across the wing here. Comes to Giannini. He pushes the ball out wide. Chris Fora grabs hold, but he can't strike the tackle.
Holding the ball
the umpire's going to say, look, he's thrown that. And
Freddie
have
Ansell
a free
there.
kick for young Freddie Ansell.
Freddie Ansell, ferocious in the tackle, grab the arms, well done. As he goes forward to Davis. Davis works towards front position. He'll get rewarded with a free kick. All the free kicks are going Payneham's way at the moment. Rightly so. He goes to fall forward, looks for Langford, just over his head. Nearly lands in Jolly's lap. Paul Lowe, big push there, and it'll be a free kick. I think that's against Nick the Situation Jolly, the man who took the match-winning mark and goal last week against PAC, and it'll go relieving kick in the back pocket. Who's that down there?
Looks like Zachy McKay, I think, back there, mate.
Is he playing in defence today, maybe? Hard to say. He kicks to the near side, half back. Orcello over the top. That's his trademark. Big fist. Giannini, quick kick. Top of the square. Looks for Langford again and coming in beautifully, cutting off Tea Gully. Ball spills though. It's a pack and we'll rush it through and we'll have a point to Payneham. It's Payneham 7, playing Gully's 0. Thoughts early, Bernie.
What happened there is the pressure's right on those backmen, isn't it? So Huggy's just got the ball there, Jake, and he's just handballed it for the points to take the pressure off. So the Gullies need to get into their forward line. Starts off nice. Now here's Pete Personos on the centre wing. He's going to take them on. Tries to shrug the tackle. He's been wrapped up again, and the umpire's going to go, look, that's another throw there, guys. You've got to get rid of the Jesus. Payneham are tackling well.
Beautiful tackle by Tyler Bremacombe. He looked to come inboard, go inside. He ended up handballing it to himself, and the aged umpire.
Big in today, Tyler, and a good footballer.
He is, yes. Former Sturt player. He kicks a mongrel right down the line, but Jolly, big grab right on the line, and the umpire says no, actually that's out on the full. Free kick, Tea Gully.
Gee, where's Jolly coming at those spectators close to the boundary line there, TJ? Yeah, they would have been panicking then.
Yeah, he could have killed them. A human wrecking ball it is, Nick Jolly. Only knows one way, he goes straight for the footy, eyes on the ball.
Here's the Doc. The Doc's going to take the relieving kick once again. He's gone in short, 20-metre pass, looking for Tyler West. It's spoiled from him. Blake Penny gets the ball, ducks his head, gets lucky for that one. Let the tackle come up around his neck. He's got the free kick in the half-back flank for Tea Gully.
Funny to see Josh Pinchy Donahue, 5'3", tackling Blake Penny too high. A little bit of assistance given there. We see that a lot these days as he comes across the goal. Who we got there? That's Doc Sandercock, isn't it?
That's the Doc. The Doc, he's gone in short there and he's found, I can't see the umpire. That's Nathan Cox has got the ball there, edging the ball forward into the centre. Chris Ford takes the ball here. So a bit of controlled footy here by Tea Gully. He goes out wide. That was probably not his best kick, looking for Dan Uglesic, and almost deliberate if you're in the AFL. It was horrible.
Yeah, look, he did try and play some fast footy, didn't he, Hose, and bring it out to the near side.
Yeah, he tried to get the switch and run down the lines, but didn't work out that way.
Of course, Payneham possibly going with a slight aid of a breeze down to the Australian Gas Network's end. We've got Tea Gully going towards the Ray Wright Real Estate end. There's a quick kick there by Stent down the line. Well played by Shoalmakers. Tackled without it. Outsmarted Jay Hansen there. Oh, McKay and Giannini just get into a little bit of a hello, how's your mother? Stent
Not much in it.
Just
bit of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, Dylan Shoalmakers has got the ball there. He was tackled over the boundary line. Umpire said it wasn't fair. He bullets a pass in towards Tea Gully's half-forward flank. Stent misses the ball. In comes Matty Hallandale. He won't let you go, and the ball goes out of bounds right in front of the commentary position.
Free kick, Paddy Stanzo.
Held on too long.
The ball. Yeah.
Yeah, dumped him after. He never actually took possession, just bounced off him. And free kick there. So plenty of free kicks early. Umpire's trying to control the game. Paddy Sanzo, he's about 80 metres out from his own goal. Right in front of us here. He'll go down the line. Probably look for big Jay Hansen. He does. Big pack. Ball spilled. Ball lower at ground level with Johnny Birkin, it looks like. And the ball's seen out. Sorry, that was Carlos Piccini nearly getting his first touch. Well done to the young 17-year-old. He's got a big job as the umpire will bowl it in 75 metres around from the Payneham goal, with Strato Agarostis about to make his way on the ground for the first time. Hansen and Penny. Down to Allegio. He's tackled beautifully and quickly, and we'll have another ball up there. Good tackle there by Matty Hallandale, wasn't it, Bernie?
Matty Hallandale it was. He's always going to be in the bottom of those packs, not letting Payneham get out, and you can't afford to let him get out, so he's the man for the job.
Hansen, nice left-handed palm down to Brady Ansell. Brady Ansell through traffic, this way, that away. Not sure how he got rid of that one. Now, in and under it's Payneham. Back to Mackie Haynes. Allegio, quick kick. Full forward line, dangerous. Jolly underneath it. And
good punch away, Sandico.
Umpire's found something. Umpire free kick off the ball.
Jake Huggard's got that one.
Yeah, not sure who that it's against, but
off the ball somewhere.
Yep. And he goes quickly down the corridor. Looks like Nathan Cox to me, is it? By the left foot it is. Yet comes inboard. Looks for and finds Uglesic. Uglesic, quick, fast footy, spins, goes to the outer side. Melville will fly. Seymour over the top. Good punch. Ground level. It's Tea Gully. You're on golden tonsils.
Here's young Thompson. Goes with his left foot. He's found Tyler West. He can't bend over. He's got the ball now. He's going to twist it around his body. The umpire's making up a bit of ground, and he's just sliced it across the face of goals and in for a point down that northern end.
Yes, our first score down at the Ray White Real Estate end, because Ray White, he's all right for all your real estate needs.
Got that northerly breeze today down to the Gas Networks end of the ground. So
as we welcome Dickhead to our broadcast. The boys are having some fun as Jolly takes it in the midfield. Just a bit of distraction. Pinchy Donahue on the overlap. Should find Strato Agarostis running towards goal. He's taken the mark, 40 metres out, the slide angle. He'll go back and put it on his own shoulders.
Interesting, we saw them a few weeks ago, and Cam Tiggerman took Strato to the cleaners. Today they got Uglesic on him, so a bit of a change up there.
Yeah, this kick's huge because Strato Agorostis is one of those real confidence players. If he can get up and about early on a dry day like today, he could be good for 3 or 4 and really hurt the Gullies. He's on a 40-degree angle, maybe, not even that. 45 degrees out. He's gone back to the city of Modbury with his run-up. It's a nice long run-up. Plenty of TV time, plenty of air time for our boy Stevie Agorostis. Normally a very good shot for goal. Deliberate approach. Umpire does a bit of work just to the far side on the South Wales Demons Football Club scoreboard. They're obviously not listening on 88.4. That's actually Paynham's second point by my reckoning. It's Paynham 128, Tea Tree Gully 1 point as they bring it in. Bernie.
Ball through Jake Huggard, takes the short pass. He can give it off to Zach McKay if he wants. He's deep into the back pocket. Young Puccini makes his lead, looking for that first little kick or touch. Jakey just goes bang. It's a big pack mark here. You've got Blake Penny in there, the tallest man on the ground. Comes out the back. Pete Personos going to try and make a break. Has to get onto his left boot. It's swinging wide and handsome.
Right in front of us.
Into the Tea Tree Gully coach's box. Down the ground. Cam Tickerman will take the ball in front of the coach's box.
That should come back. It shouldn't be a FAD. It should come back.
I shouldn't. Oh, I followed the ball. What did he do?
It went out in the full, so therefore the ball should have gone back to where he kicked it.
Tiggerman inboard, centre-half forward position. The kick looks good, but it's beautifully read there. Well chopped off by Jamo Bauer. First time we've called his name today. Been very good in the finals. He does a role, plays a role, and that's what finals footy is all about. A bit like Blitzars last night for Geelong. He goes along to the wing. It's Jay Hansen in the best position. Strong hand, but good spoil. Ball spills. Cute little pokey kick there from Liam Davis, it looked like. Ball's out wide now. Running onto it. Not sure who that is. It could be Matty Nye. Matty Nye with the right foot. Goes to full forward. Jolly territory. He flies. Oh, he just bounces off his hand towards, and you're on Burn.
Well, Cam Tiggerman's got back into the back pocket there. He's pushed the ball out there, and it looked like Matty Hallandale into the back pocket there. But Cam Tiggerman's run the full length of the ground after he did that turnover there. He's doing the work in the background. So great work by Cam Tiggerman.
We'll get some special comments from Luke Hosey at the next stoppage, Hose.
Just looking at a few matchups, and the one that I think is where Payneham might have him. Just a real high.
It's quick work from the Gully. Sorry there, Luke. They've got the ball and they've got it up to the one-on-one with Trent and young Pierce Seymour.
Seymour too strong.
He was strong, wasn't he?
Good mark. Really good matchup for Melville. Is it easy on Melville at the moment? Yep. No, he's done well. We talked about it. Sorry, Hose.
No, left and left. They both go left. So, yeah, very good matchup.
50-metre dart down to full forward. Oh, Agorostis nearly. Langford gets the crumbs. Over to Pitchy Donahue. Oh, just overcooks the handball. Wagner on the snap. Kicks a Sausage McBiscuit. Beautiful snap there from the 18-year-old Tommy Wagner. That's all he's going to do today. Play his role. Number 12, the young fella. His dad, Mark Wagner, probably listening right now, or certainly in the crowd. And on the South Wales Demons Football Club scoreboard, it's Payneham North Union. I think they're 2 goals too. And Tea Tree Gully, just the 1 point. Good early lead here as Brinoli to come on for Ansell. Brinoli will roll straight down on. Looks like they're doing a bit of work, putting a bit of time into the star of Tea Tree Gully, Alex McKay.
Kowalik on Langford, I think it's a bit of a mismatch in height. Davis's plan is that hit up forward, whereas Langford and Jolly are playing deep in the square today. And Strato's playing across half forward rather than over the back. So, yeah, a lot of structure changes.
Hansen down to Low, busts through the pack. Quick kick forward, look for Jolly in front. Oh, good spoil. Low follows up his own play. Quick hands, Davis back to Jolly. Swinging on the right, he's kicked it into no man's land. Nearly hit my car down there, and he's missed the goals by 30 to 35 metres.
Both coaches have had a lot of change up with their structures today, haven't they? They really have moved things around.
Gully's now come with the ball, Bernie.
Got Jake Huggard in the back pocket again, getting plenty of the ball back there, but so he's short. He's been in great form this year. He goes across to Daniel Glessick. He'll want to get it on fast because he can move it fast. Goes out wide to Chris Forer. He's thinking about it. Takes it to the centre half, the centre wing there. And is that the Doc that's moved down there from fullback? It is.
Looks like
he plays on straight away again. That looks like they've found Josh Schilling. He's moving onto his right boot. They're looking for Trent to take this mark. He goes up high. Great spoil by Pierce Seymour. Comes down, however, to Pete Personos. He's looking to get onto that left foot. Can't do it now.
Oh, I thought he was gone there.
Now there's Josh Schilling's jumped onto the ball again. They jump on top of him, and that should be held up then.
Just tries to do a bit much sometimes, Pete.
And tends to end up trying to go onto the left. And a good footballer can read that a little bit. Yeah. But give him some open space, he will cut you to pieces. Pete Personos, the pistol. Again, ruck. One ball straight down. We haven't seen as many secondary, third type ball lots. I think the drier, quicker track today, allowing players to bust packs and break it open a little bit.
Melville's dropped back to the square now, so yeah. structure changing or a gain for Gullies?
Well, it hasn't worked in being forward there, so yeah, let's put him down there where he can be just as dangerous there. So get someone else leading up. But the ball comes out. Big situation. Jolly there grabs hold of the dock and brings him to the ground, and that'll be a ball up.
And that's what you hear from a lot of Jolly's opponents. You might not notice it as a spectator, but he's great at ground level. He applies tackles, he hits shepherds, and he's a team player. So good tackle there from the big situation. And he's won that one at ground level. Feeds out a quick handball, and it does spill to Donahue, but he coughs it up to Tea Tree Gully, who in turn cough it up again, and we'll have a ball up there. About 65 metres around from the Payneham goal. In the early stages, it's Payneham, by my reckoning, by 13 points, but we'll just go with the scoreboard at this stage, which says 12 points. Thanks to South Walla Demons Football Club Scoreboard, proud sponsors. Personos there takes possession, the ground level, and he's umpires. What's the umpire called there? Free kick for possession out the ruck, I think, maybe.
Oh, you're going Pinchy? No?
Yeah, no, clever play. Donahue finds his way out of traffic from the receiving handball, goes to the pocket and finds LD Liam Davis, marks on the boundary line, about 40 metres out. Now, Bernie, you know this ground better than me. Is that there's different pockets, have different challenges. Is that a pocket you can kick a goal from?
This is a nice pocket for a right footer for sure, and especially with someone the experience of Liam Davis, he should be able to just pop it up at the front of that front of the goals there and let it go through.
Yeah, a little bit of breeze.
Just float it in.
Well, we'll find out. You watch him kick it out the full now. He does give it a beautiful ride just across the face, and it's Jolly takes the big mark across the face of goal. Has he marked inside the line? He has. He'll go back on the boundary line on the other side now, about 20 metres out.
17 minutes into this first quarter.
This is a much tougher kick. Much tougher kick from Jolly. I reckon he might go the checky side, or as Shane Warren calls it, the reverse Malachi for some reason. He does. He goes inside out, and he kicks a big one. Nick Jolly, shout out to his daddy and listening in Victor Harbour. His son's kicked his first, and he's kicked Payneham third. Payneham with a handy 18-point lead, and I think, well, I'm absolutely certain the Australian Gas Network's end will be the scoring end today, Bernie.
Well, look, Payneham probably should
You'd
be...
hope so.
Well, you would do, but you'd think that Payneham would be further up than what it is now, and they've certainly done most of the attacking and looked more structured when they've gone forward. So they've only got 3 at the moment, so Gullies just desperately need one, don't they, in this first quarter, boys? On
the South Wales Demons scoreboard, it's 3-2-20 to Payneham Norwood Union, to Gullies just a single point.
Just as the ball goes up, shout out to Wayne Knowles. Oh, good luck in hospital today, mate. Hope your missus has the baby. Ball spills. Yeah, free kick, Alex McKay. Tackle when he didn't quite take possession, and he'll push Gullies into tack. For a meaningful attack here. They haven't had one for a while. Centre half forward position. Melville comes. He might have been pushed in the back there, but reading the ball beautifully is Zach McKay.
Great tackle.
He's tackled quickly. Good tackling pressure, and it's all the way back at the goals. Oh, Pierce Seymour just says, I'm going to handball a point. You can do that.
I think it was Matty Nye, wasn't it?
Was it Matty Nye, pardon me? And Pierce Seymour now will take the kick out. This will tell us a little bit about the breeze, because he can kick 60 metres without a breeze, and he kicks a beautiful kick to 65 metres out. Looks for Ocello. Tries to thump on. Well-read Tea Tree Gully. Puts his head over the ball. Who was that, Bernie?
Looks like Chris Forer out there.
Yeah, no. The first person in the contest looked like Johnny Birkin really attacking the contest well. That's what Gullies need. They need someone to break a line, just do something, take the ball by the horns as Payneham. We quick kick out to Aleggio on the wing. Aleggio leads in the race. Overtaken there beautifully by...
Jakey Huggard out there, TJ, and he just sees the ball come out of the Bev Serve sponsorship sign next to Paradise Motors. But, yeah, look, they worked it well to get it out of there too again, Payneham. Yes, they gave the point away, but gee whiz, it's back on their centre wing and no impact on the scoreboard for Tea Tree Gully at all.
No. Oh, looks like a free kick there. Gully, overzealous tackle by Payneham, but nothing doing. And got to say, I'm unbiased. I try to be unbiased. I reckon Payneham probably had the rub of the green in the first quarter. So keep that in mind when I'm bitching and moaning later.
That's all right. We'll keep plugging away there. Here's Stenny. Looking for his signature break through the packs. Didn't happen. Payneham take the ball. Goes back to Chris Forer.
Donahue on his left. Sorry there. I'll take over because Payneham got the ball in the pocket. Quick kick to full forward. Jolly. Good pressure, but great mark. Is that Docky Sandercock back there?
Forer's on Donahue at the moment. He's just Donahue's just too quick.
Yeah, even when he closes him down, Donahue's got that quick step and he's able to get away from him, can't he, Luke?
Yeah, miles too quick. I'd probably roll Forer onto Langford, more of a height match.
As they're coming out with some slow footy. It works, but Bernie, when I've seen Tea Tree Gully at their most dangerous, it's the fast footy, the pick and roll that they play so well. They're not playing that footy at the moment.
It is, mate. You're dead right. They're just sort of stopping and taking a little bit of control to move it out of that back line. But when they do move it forward, they devastate teams, and they're just not doing it. I don't know whether the boys are tired after a long season, but they don't even seem to have the confidence to do that either.
Brimacombe just kills the ball out of bounds from that high ball, seventh man up. As ball throw in, awkward throw in, ball spills to the back, and it spills, who was that? That's Jamo Bauer to Giannini to full forward to Nick Jolly. Takes a good mark on a strong lead, 40 metres out, probably on a very slight angle. You'd expect Nick Jolly to go back and kick this, and that was a real danger sign for me, Bernie, or even Luke Hosey. Talk about that one, because the ball came out the back quite easily, and they had runners running through Payneham, and you can't allow Payneham to have that run.
It's these big forwards again. You got Jolly with one, Langford with one already. Jolly lining up for two. Could have three of the four out of the big forwards, so this was always going to be a problem, I thought.
Jolly gives it a ride, pushes it just across the face, and a bit of a let off.
Should kick that.
Yes, down at the Australian Gas Network's end, and whether you want to be cool in winter or warm in summer or whatever you want, they can do it. Gas, it's good.
I think Lisa's missed a few up there on the scoreboard today. No, she's picked that one up now, but she's one behind, I think.
I bet you the other Lisa hasn't missed any at Theberton.
Not the hot dogs.
Come on, Hose. Come on, Hose. That's all we're going to say before. Yeah, big shout out. Wayne Knowles, his wife, just as they're fetching the ball, wife in hospital at the moment, or they're waiting to go to hospital, having contractions. Our wives fell pregnant after the same party, so good luck, Knowlesy. Hope it goes well, and just remember, stay calm, and you're on, Burn.
There we go. Joshy Schilling kicks the ball to centre half back. Trent still looking for it to get his first kick. He's smashed there. Payneham run the ball through here. We've got number 29 there with Langford.
To Davis, to Seymour. Seymour tackled beautifully. Should be holding the ball. Umpire says play on. They win it back, Gully. Tiggerman, you're on, Burn.
Comes out to, that looks like young Carlos Pacini's first kick for the game. It bounces out in front of the Payneham boys. They kick it back into their half-forward line, and who's sitting there by himself?
Oh, he takes the mark and goes. Good tackle, but he might find Strato by chance. He does find Strato. He turns around. Oh, the umpire's kicked the goal, but the umpire says no. You pushed him out. Free kick.
Pushed Danny Uglesic out, took the mark, then ran on and
great
kicked the goal.
Great tackle then from Jake Huggard too, just bringing him to the ground. Just caused the turnover.
That's one we've got back then, Tommy. That one.
Yeah, that one would have really hurt. Yeah, that's a big one. That's worth 3 frees on the wing, that one. That's
had a great season, Jake Huggard.
Yeah, probably unlucky not to make the Div 1 Team of the Year, I felt. But, of course, you did have Blake Penny, Dylan Showmakers and Trent Melville. So, well done. Both teams had 3 representatives.
He could make the SA football team.
He is going to make the SA football team. As the ball goes to the wing. Again, Payneham spoiling everything that comes higher through Orcello and Brimacombe and Seymour. They're controlling the air, but the umpire's found a free. He's listening to our broadcast because he's evening up the free kicks just nicely. That looks like the young
Thompson.
fella. Yep, Tomo. To centre half forward. Melville over the back. It's Seymour, though. Takes possession. One down. Beautifully worked there. Allegio, is it? No, it's yeah, Harry Pride. Haven't called Harry's name yet today. He's had a rich vein of form. And Davis will fly, will he? Oh, Jolly comes through. Nearly kills someone. Paul low at ground level. Takes possession. Runs through 50 with a bounce. Gives it a ride to the near side, though. Just a 1 point. Yeah, he is electric pace. And I tell you what, he lifts the crowd. And we saw him kick a winning goal against Tea Tree Gully here a few years ago in that prelim final. He really can light it up on a day like today.
Bernie Melville is a confidence player, just can't get the footy at the moment.
No, they're dropping it on his head too. You know, he's a lot faster on the lead, as we know. When they're dropping his head like that, Payneham are just crunching it every time. Chris Fora standing up back of that pack there too last time. He's taking a Jolly's full front. Anyway, here's Clint Dow's taking the mark centre half back. They need their big men to stand up now. He brings it to the centre wing. You've got Trent here getting pushed and shoved. There's Tyler West goes up. He's hurt his finger. He's rubbing his hands. He doesn't want to go and get the ball.
He just can't get that one kick, can he, Milton? He just can't get that touch yet.
That was Brimacombe again with a big fist, taking some fingers with him, and he's a footballer, that Tyler Brimacombe. Beautifully won down there.
Dylan Schoenmakers goes through traffic. He's kicked the ball. Trent's by himself here. Now, this should be the first goal to the Gullies. He got away from P.S. Seymour there with that fast break from Dylan Schoenmakers through the middle of the ground.
And Dylan just kicking to the fat side, just favouring the full forward, and he is a class footballer. That's how he won the Div 1 goal-kicking medal, Trent Melville, and you'd expect him, and I think you'd be hoping, he'll kick there first to the Ray White real estate end.
Well, you talk about a confidence player like we just said, and once again his kicking goes that way too. So if Trent can nail this... augurs well for him lining up for future shots.
Oh no, I'm just thinking out loud. You know, Trent's a confidence player. You know, he started off at centre half forward amongst all the players. Why wouldn't you start him one out inside 50?
It's a beautiful
I just
kick.
hold on that thought. That's gone straight over the umpire's head for a first goal for Teacher Gully, much needed. Sorry, Luke, carry on.
Just playing one out inside 50 on that fast lead all day. He's a hard man to match up on if he's got room. He needs room though.
Oh, look, if the boys, obviously, the midfielders can get it through like Dylan just came through then, Dylan Schoenmakers, and get that delivery to him, not a problem. But when you drop it on his head asking him to mark the ball, Payneham are just going to sit there and smash it every day.
He isn't a
But
pat
look,
mark.
how many times have you seen Teacher Gully break through the middle today without the pressure on the kicker? And that's the difference there. If you give Schoenmakers time and space, he'll hit up anyone. He'll hit me up. So
right.
Jolly and Ruck now, left-handed, wins it down beautifully to Allegio. Allegio goes bang to Langford. Well done there, cutting in. Winning it, Pitchy Donahue at ground level, takes on the
Top
tackle.
tackle. Are we going to reward that? No,
Release
he's not.
handball. Brady Ansell takes the crumbs, has a snap, kicks the goal. Brady Ansell from 30 metres out. Could have been done there, Joshy Donahue, but did release the handball. First blood there for Brady Ansell, his first for the day. And Payneham's fourth on the South Wales Demons Football Club scoreboard.
Might have been a tad lucky to get away there.
4 goals, 3, plays 1 goal, 2. It's Payneham by 19 points early.
The tackle didn't actually apprehend him from Hamish Kowalik. Like you said, he still had time to get the handball away. The umpire's seen that and it's gone play on, that's fine. And Ansell's gone in and kicked the goal, so 4-3 to 1-2. The Gullies need a quick reply now.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty warm out there in the sun as well. Beautiful day for football. Ball up, it's Jolly versus Dow. Jolly, right-handed palm down, beautifully done to Allegio. Allegio should be first onto it. Alex McKay scoots through with speed and skill. He's quickly tackled. Got a contest right in front of us here. Mackie Haynes versus Nathan Thompson. Is it? No, it's Jackson Richmond. Wins the ball, but it should spill to McKay. Bernie.
Yep, off it goes to Dylan Schoenmakers again. Jams it onto his left boot. Blake Penny hits someone. Now the big ruckman's got the ball running into the goal. Matthew Stent jumps onto it. I think this is a goal. He's gone for the soccer off the gown. It's gone right across the face of goal. Someone's trying to jump on the ball there again. Matthew Stent's won that back. Do not kick this goal. I'll tell you what, they haven't. It's going to go across the other side of the ground and out of bounds. And I don't know what happened there.
They had a couple of chances, Bernie, didn't they?
Did he go to kick that off the ground,
Yeah,
TJ?
a bit of an airy there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was the push in the back on Tyler Brimacombe as well. I reckon most of the crowd saw that one, but nothing doing and play on. Maybe the umpire at a bad angle, but never mind. Seymour out of defence there. Goes towards Davis, pushing right up. Clint now casting the rollover over. You're on Burn.
Here goes Hamish Kowalik. Set him up with the handball. So the umpire will say, look, we'll call it even on that one, guys. But Clint certainly just wanted to get that away fast, didn't he? Looked a bit slow, the big fella.
Right in the centre of the ground here.
Gets the tap over Jolly's head. Johnny Birkin's got it in there, but Payneham wrap him up and the umpire will bounce it up again.
Pose.
No, I'm just watching the matchups back there in the back half there. It's like Gullies are just starting to find who they want to go to all the time now. So
Jolly just leans on Clint, gets him out of the way. Brunoli picks up the ball. The ball that's
great pick up, Donahue to Richmond. Overlap handball back to Sanzo. Sanzo, beautiful right foot stab to Langford. Doesn't quite swallow it though. 30 metres out would have been huge. But no, beautiful clearance by Sandico. Over to Thompson, Bernie.
Yes, he's got it and the ball's going to beat them out of bounds. Who's got him out there?
Sanzo.
Yep, Sanzo. Yep, 21. Let's go to bounds.
Oh, he laced out Langford there and he just spilt what he might have taken there. Oh, that would have been a huge way to finish the quarter. As we're looking at about 27, 28 minute mark now of this first quarter. Payneham by 19 points. Ball on the centre wing. Giannini wins it. Ball spills. Back to Giannini. Donahue, he's been electric. Spins on the right. Kicks an ugly looking kick down to Langford. Good spoil there by Sandico. Ball spills again. Teacher Gully should clear. They do.
Danny Uglesic gets the ball. Johnny Birkin lets it slip out of hand. Into the situation, Jolly. He's tackled. He gets a scrappy little kick forward. But there's Payneham everywhere. Someone's had a thing at goals there.
Ball low. Yep. Down to Langford. Ball's down again. Ball at ground level. Player right in front of us, blocking my view. You're on Burn.
Here it goes. It's come out to the Doc, who's peeled off. He's going to do a little short pass to Cam Tiggerman. Cam Tiggerman's got it and settles down. But they do want to play it now. Off he goes. He's looking for Big Clint Dow in the middle. He has to half volley the ball. He's got players around him. There's Matty Hallandale. He flicks it onto the top here to young Nick Thompson. He's got a bit of pace, but he's been caught. And the umpire's gone, that's holding the ball. And it was a nice little effort. He's not happy with himself, the young fella, as he hits the ground.
Just didn't
Beautiful
have the strength
tackle.
to get away, did he?
Yeah, young Mac Haynes there, wrapped him up his savage cocoon of terror. Straight onto Jolly's head. Oh, ball spills over the back to Donahue, who takes the mark 60 metres
Jeez,
out.
he's been good this first quarter.
Yeah, he's
Donahue.
probably had a dozen touches. He's on the right, looks for and finds Liam Davis with a bullet. And he's marked it 35 to 40 metres out on about a 30-degree angle here. And I don't care which side of the ground you're kicking from. This is a nice place to kick a goal right behind us.
Kowalik has to really tighten up on Donahue. It's gone about 30-odd minutes this first quarter.
Yes, and Payneham by 19 points. We'll have a shot after the siren. We'll have no trouble with the distance here, Liam Davis.
Call it in, Tommy.
Yeah, I think he should kick this one. Oh, and he has not kicked it.
He got the distance.
That's awful. That was really, really awful. And yeah, a few Teacher Gully players just saying, unlucky, mate. Out on the full. And the quarter time, it is Payneham North Union 4 goals, 3-27. Teacher Gully 1 goal, 2-8. A 19-point lead to Payneham. Your thoughts on the first quarter, please, Luke Hosey?
It's just interesting. Both coaches initially were playing ducks and drakes as to their structures. As the quarter just drew out, everyone started to go to their positions where you would think. If you have a look around the field, you got Sandico on Jolly, you got Kowalik, who really has to tighten up on Donahue. Glissik's got the big job on Strato. Strato's getting a bit of the ball. Cox has got Davis, that's another big job. Bit of a mismatch there in height. Go down the other end, you got Brimacombe on Dow, and you got Seymour on Melville. Seymour's got the big job, but they both go left. So when I say that, you can see that the leading patterns of Trent Melville, he goes left. Pierce Seymour, left-footed, goes the left-hand side. We're just going to go quickly around the grounds, and we'll try to get some scores for you. We've got the big Division 2 grand final day at the Theberton Oval. Who did you tip in that, TJ?
Henley.
Yes,
and Sacred Heart, congratulations, Division 2 Reserves Premiers. They've come from behind and they've beaten Henley.
18 and zip, 19 and zip, Henley. The reserves didn't get beaten all year.
Well, yep, so they've won the C grade. They've been runner-up in the B grade, and obviously the A grade will play out there. So, yeah.
That's shit.
You can't say shit, can you?
Oh.
So, Bernie, your thoughts on the first quarter? Obviously, Teacher Gully down by 18 points, saying now 20 points. They've put that extra point on I was talking about. Where do Teacher Gully need to lift?
Look, I think they're getting their hands on the ball through the ruck. That's not bad. Although situation Jolly goes in there and he's a big, hard unit to move, especially around the ground. But if our ruckman can get jumps at him in the middle and around that place, I think we're fine there. Look, our defence has to tighten up when the ball is coming in through the midfield. And it doesn't give much chance for us smaller guys. We did say earlier that they're probably a lot taller than us there, and they're certainly exposing us in that way too. Doc's been brave back there, and so is Jakey Huggard. But the rest of the boys are probably getting outpointed at the moment. So Gully's just midfield, and let's get that play-on game going that's put them in such good stead in the early parts of the year, which just devastated teams. So I think they've just got to get that run going and have a bit of confidence and have a crack, because 8 scoring shots to 3 doesn't go too well for how much of the ball Gullies did have there, for sure. Payneham probably should have been maybe 2 or 3 more goals up, I think. And
just for our listeners, from the Division 2 grand final, they're 16 minutes into the opening quarter, and it's Athelston 2-3-15. Henley yet to score. So a bit of a change around to the second semi-final, where Henley started off with an 8 goal to nothing burst, and Athelston clawed them back and beat them.
Well, that's great confidence for Jay Cheaty's boys at Athelston, who, of course, will come into the Div 1 next year, which is a nice little close team to go and play. We always like the closer districts to get into the teams we're playing. So,
yeah. Traditional rivals of Payneham, they'll be barracking for Henley today like never before. Do we have a score at quarter time? Sorry.
Yeah, it was
Athelston.
It's 16 minutes in. It's 2-3-15 to Henley yet to score.
Where are they playing that game? Is that the Thebby?
Audi Arena.
Audi Arena. There you go.
Theberton.
Yeah, the button.
It's interesting. I was working on the gate today, boys. I didn't see you come in, but the umpires come in and they get paid for obviously umpiring the game.